What's up, folks? I am doing another video today, kind of on a simple diagnosis. I had a buddy of mine call me, said, hey man, my vehicle's not running right, my check engine light came on, and well, we're gonna go out here and try to see if we can help him out. All right, folks, we out here at the car. As you can see, this thing is kind of shaking pretty bad. It has a misfire. So what we are going to do is we're going to get access to his spark plugs and injectors and connectors and all that stuff. So once we get this top cover off, we'll proceed. Let's flip this camera around here. All right, just yank it off. All right, so here we are. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So to diagnose, to figure out which problem is going to be our problem, I don't know if you guys can actually see that on camera, but the engine is kind of rocking back and forth just ever so slightly. So what we're going to do, we're going to start unplugging stuff to see if it gets worse or if it doesn't change at all. All right, so let's go to eliminating coil number 1. We're going to unplug that to see if it gets better. It does not. It doesn't even change. So that tells me the problem is probably in cylinder number 1. So I'm going to see if I can unplug the other 2 or 3 and see. We're going to see if that actually changes. Oh yeah, it did. Pulling out 2, I actually almost shut the car off. So we're going to do the same with 3. No, it's not going to blow up. And shout out to Dodge. Not really, because I hate these clips. I can't stand them. Alright, that changed as well. Car almost shuts off. So that eliminates the problem under 1 or 2, 3, and 4, I believe. If I can get this clip out. Come on, hold that.
Oh, I was gonna try for it.
I know somebody out there probably saying, why don't you get a nose pick or a flat blade screwdriver? So we're gonna go do that because I can't get it loose. I can.
I need a what?
Screwdriver or a hose pick or something.
Oh yeah.
I didn't bring mine with me. So we know right now that 2 and 3 are going to be fine. At least the coils and the spark plugs. Ejectors seem to be fine. On 2 and 3, of course. Immediately when you lose spark on 2 and 3, the engine gets worse. So you know that those 2 cylinders are actually firing. So we're gonna pop this thing loose and see if it changes. And it does. So the misfire gets worse. So we know the problem is on cylinder number 1. Now we're gonna go ahead and shut it off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to figure out if it's going to be the spark plug or the coil itself. My guess, being that this is a Dodge, is going to be the coil. So he ended up buying new spark plugs and coils. We're going to replace them all just because of the mileage on it. But again, this video is to assist those out there that don't quite have the funds to replace everything, or they just want to try to tackle diagnosing it themselves. So what we're gonna do is, since we don't have a scan tool or nothing like that to check all the wiring and all that stuff, we're gonna do.
I already did the scan.
I know. This is for those that don't have it. Yeah, there you go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this coil over to cylinder 2 because we know cylinder 2 is good. All right, we're gonna swap that over. Well, he's gonna swap it over. Again, this is for those out there that have never done it. He's one of those that have never done it, so you guys get to watch him do it. I'm just kind of a coach at this point. Now, this is what your coil looks like, which is probably the problem. There's a bunch of white fuzz stuff. You might want to pull the plug out of there.
Okay.
I got a spark plug socket, but just for video purposes, we're just gonna swap it for now.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm just saying, I'm glad you actually bought plugs.
Oh yeah, I bought everything. Oh wait, I need to do this first. It would help if I followed your directions, wouldn't it?
Probably. And we're gonna cover that hole so he don't drop the screw down in there. Plug is in there. Only thing you would need just a magnet to fish it out. But if you had taken the plug out and you dropped that screw in that hole, well, you're gonna be pulling the head off at that point. So like I said, we're gonna swap 2 to 1 and 1 to 2. Just pop it on there. You ain't got to put the screws back in there.
And then just push back in.
Put the clips back on it. There you go. So we're gonna start it back up, and because of the misfire is there, it should still misfire, right? Yep. You might need a key. Okay, so his misfire is still here. Still here. So we're gonna basically repeat our first process of unplugging things, and it gets worse. So now that the problem has moved from cylinder 1 to not changing at all to cylinder 2, this is going to be our problem. Coil is our problem. So you only need one coil, and I can tell you right now, you didn't buy the right coil because of this. That box is a lot smaller than this coil itself. So you may have purchased the wrong coils. Where'd you go? What is this? Why they just give you that? Just the bottom half of the coil? Just this part. I've never seen that before. Just the end of it. I've never seen that.
Where's the spark plug?
The spark plug is in the hole. Down there. Let's see. Can you see? Nope, can't see. Alrighty. We'll be back just shortly. Okay, folks, we're back. So he purchased his parts prior to me getting here and everything. So they sold him just the leg of the coil. This is just the spring part that actually goes inside the bottom half of it. Let me show you the old one. That's the old one here. This little piece here, it goes on the end just like that. So we're going to do a comparison with one of the other ones on the vehicle, so that way you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is his good one, this is his bad one. The parts store only sold him just the bottom half of it, okay, which only houses this spring that takes the electrical current from the bottom of the spark plug coil, that little silver piece there, and connects it to the top of the spark plug itself. So this little spring here touches the silver part in that, and down inside there, you can't really see it, but the spring that's on the inside touches the top of the spark plug. That's how you get your connection. This is just a spring. A spring can't technically go bad. It could break. That's highly unlikely with a spark plug coil. Yeah, they sold him just the spring part, which is not what he needs, okay? So whether or not all of them went bad or not, they still sold him 4 pieces of just a spring and a boot. That's not the problem. The problem is going to be the coil, the electrical part of the coil, okay? From this here down through the top and all down through the dog leg of it is your meat and butter, I should say. That's what, you know, sends your signal to the top of the spark plug that tells it to fire. So we're gonna head back to the parts store and we're gonna get his correct parts, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back from the parts store to get the right parts. He is now putting in the spark plugs, or he's taking the old one out. After we take the spark plugs out of all 4 cylinders, since he needs to replace his, this is what his looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that large gap compared to the new one. Let me get a new one out real quick. Okay, so you see the gap on that one. We're going to do a comparison side by side so you guys can kind of get a better idea. So once we get done with him changing his plugs, we're going to get this thing put back together. We'll return then. All right, folks, we got him all, well, he got himself all done, and it's running pretty darn clean, pretty smooth, I should say. Not clean, but you get it. So this stuff is, you can do on your own. Okay, you don't have to take it to a shop and spend $600-700 for something so simple. Okay, you can do it yourselves. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, message me in below. And like always, like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys later.